Lite balans, men på lite svängar. För vi vet inte riktigt hur tajt bilen är.
Straight for 2 strides. Yeah. And head back towards number 12.
Yeah, bad.
Just break it up.
That's quite okay.
svänger lite tajtare, men jag tror om ni får mer ytterbogel. La consigne, c'est un peu première distance, sur un peu de place, dans les coupés.
Voilà, mesdames et messieurs, ceci est seulement pour un test du commentaire qui va vers la télévision pour le live streaming qu'on va démarrer à 12h45 sur FEI TV ou sur Clip My Horse. Ceci est un test pour la sono, que les gens de la vidéo puissent faire le nécessaire, que tout passe bien et compréhensible. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much for the people on the video. Thank you for 5.9 Media, the crew that we have for the video here. And I wish you all very good luck.
donne une. Non, non, moi, il n'y a rien qui se passe.
Domaine d'Arville au château d'Arville. On accueille maintenant une épreuve 4 étoiles. 4 étoiles, 3 classements différents. Un classement pour le 4 étoiles individuel, un classement pour la Coupe des Nations et un classement pour le championnat de Belgique. On commence cette épreuve exactement à 12h45, le temps de laisser aux cavaliers la possibilité de voir leur parcours, de calculer les foulées dans ce magnifique parcours monté par le chef de piste Bernard Maty et son équipe pour la Belgique. Cette épreuve est jugée aussi par Nick Burton pour la Grande-Bretagne et Katarzyna Konarska pour la Pologne. Cette épreuve est sponsorisée par l'ADEPS. L'ADEPS qui nous offre chaque année un magnifique obstacle orange, vert et blanc ici à Arville. On fait le tour ensemble de ce parcours, un parcours composé de 12 obstacles, 15 efforts pour les chevaux. Le premier à l'entrée de piste du côté des écuries, c'est l'obstacle LEWB, partenaire de ce concours ici à Arville. On vient sur l'obstacle numéro 2 devant la tribune de jury verticale sponsorisée par Stefex. On passe devant vous, cher public, devant le chapiteau de Catherine qui vous offre toujours à boire et à manger, donc n'hésitez pas à vous y rendre pour aller sur l'obstacle numéro 3 en verticale bleu aux couleurs de la sellerie du cellier Antares. Le cellier Antares qui est présent parmi nous, n'hésitez pas non plus à aller faire un tour sur leur stand. Les selleries, les sponsors qui nous gâtent chaque année. On continue sur la combinaison 4A, 4B. On observe à l'entrée une foulée. Obstacle rouge vers le chapiteau de notre Croix-Rouge présente aussi pour aider les cavaliers en cas d'accident. On longe les magnifiques drapeaux qui ne cessent d'augmenter au fur et à mesure des années. De plus en plus de nationalités viennent nous rejoindre ici à Arville. De magnifiques drapeaux devant cette très belle vue. L'obstacle numéro 5 en auxerre, orange, rouge et blanc pour se diriger derrière devant l'obstacle 6 rouge sponsorisé par Rose. Quelques foulées avant d'arriver sur le vertical Arville, présent chaque année depuis 3 ans déjà. Magnifique verticale avec les 2 tours du château. On passe devant la tribune du jury, on fait un petit coucou, un petit sourire avant de se lancer sur le triple sponsorisé par Stevens, 8A verticale, 8B auxerre, sortie verticale avant de se rendre sur l'auxerre sponsorisé par Equiwatt, Equiwatt société d'aménagement des pistes par Pierre Watley. On repasse devant les drapeaux pour aller sur le vertical numéro 10, vertical bleu et blanc aux couleurs des toitures Alexandre. On revient sur l'auxerre, la ligne auxerre du prix Burco. Burco qui sponsorise le 2 étoiles. Avant de terminer sur l'obstacle numéro 12, Adeps, sponsor de notre épreuve, 4 étoiles ici à Arville. Dans cette épreuve, 4 étoiles jumping, 113 compétiteurs au total. C'est donc pas mal de cavaliers de différentes nationalités qui se disputent la première place dans ce 4 étoiles individuel, qui disputent aussi la première place pour leur pays, certains étant donné qu'ils représentent leur pays, leur couleur dans la Coupe des Nations. Et bien sûr, les cavaliers noir, jaune, rouge, le cavalier belge qui se disputent eux la tête au championnat de Belgique. Pas mal de beaux cavaliers ont répondu présents ici à Arville. Bien sûr, on ne la nomme plus Lara de Liedekerk Meyer, qui monte donc dans sa piste. 4 chevaux dans cette épreuve, 4 étoiles. Elle vient tout juste de terminer son cross 3 étoiles avec formidable. Elle descend son cheval, elle court jusqu'à la piste pour venir faire sa reconnaissance. Parmi les autres cavaliers connus, pas mal de médaillés. Je pense au triple médaillé d'or olympique champion actuel en titre, Michael Young, le cavalier allemand. Stéphane Landois aussi, Nicolas Touzin, 2 cavaliers qui ont représenté la France dans ces Jeux olympiques de Paris. Nicolas Touzin qui a participé plusieurs fois aux Jeux olympiques 2004. Il s'est présenté à Athènes où il termine à la 8e position. Il gagne la médaille d'or avec l'équipe de France. À Londres aussi, 17e place en individuel aux Jeux olympiques. À Tokyo, il ramène la médaille de bronze à son pays en équipe et cette année, médaille d'argent aux Jeux olympiques de Paris à Versailles. Le temps accordé dans cette épreuve 4 étoiles est de 71 secondes. Time allowed in this 4-star is 71 seconds. De tijd voor deze proef 71 seconden.
J'ai pas de couverture. Enfin, sur le tranchant.
J'espère, cher public, que vous êtes prêts à supporter nos cavaliers. 113 partants dans cette épreuve. Des cavaliers venant de nombreuses nationalités, 10 nationalités dans cette Coupe des Nations.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are delighted to welcome you all to the FEI Eventing Nations Cup Series 2024. It is the 5th leg of this season, and we are here in Belgium at the Concours Complet International d'Arville. We will see the show jumping phase this afternoon from the CCIO4 star competition, and we have a total of 113 competitors to come forward. It will be a long day, long afternoon of show jumping here. The competitors, we have 16 nations here and 10 teams taking part in the Nations Cup, and 75 individual riders as well. And we first start in just about 3 minutes time with our first horse here in the arena. We start actually with the 75 individual riders before we then go forward to the team riders, and the course is built by Bernard Marty, the course designer here. this year again in Arville, this wonderful competition. We are here nestled in the Namur region, just a stone's throw away from the capital of Wallonia, with the magnificent estate, the Chateau d'Arville, our backdrop again for this year's competition. So it is the fifth leg of the FEI Eventing Nations Cup, and we will bring you all the action live here on FEI TV. Today, the show jumping phase, and then tomorrow, the last phase will be the great cross-country course designed by Rüdiger Schwarz, once again from Germany. I can tell you the current standings at the moment in the individual competition. We have for Switzerland Felix Etzel in the lead with his 5-star winner of Lumülen in 2022. This is Colero. He leads the way with a score of 28.8 penalties, followed by Maxime Livio and Girec Lecos, both for France, and both on the same score with 29.2. Api du Libert and Esprit de la Loche, their horses. And then the fourth place at the moment goes to Felix Etzel and his second horse, Catania. Felix has 3 horses here in this field. His score for fourth place so far, 29.4 penalties. And in fifth position, this is the host of this wonderful competition, Lara de Lieder Kerkemeyer, and her only 8-year-old horse, Chiarado d'Arville, on 29.5 penalties. The team standings, we have the defending champions Germany in the lead on a score of 90.8 penalties, just in front of France with 91.3. And in bronze medal position after dressage, the United States of America with a score of 100.2 penalties after the first phase. The first competitor is already underway. This is for France, the first individual, Luc Chateau. He starts on a score of 37.8, 71st place after dressage for him, and he shows us around this beautifully built course here in the Arville arena. He comes now down to the diagonal treble combination, vertical, oxa, vertical, and then fence number 9 follows the oxa, equivat oxa at 9, another turn back to a vertical at 10, and then the Liverpool and oxa, another related distance over the vertical at 12, and then he crosses the finish line. The time allowed in this competition this afternoon, 71 seconds. So it was a good start for Luc Chateau and Vien de Mont.
On accueille la Belgique, Anne-Sophie Couvout, elle monte Skylight.
As we go on now to the home nation of Belgium with Anne-Sophie Couvout, the second one to jump off in total. 113 competitors in this 4-star Nations Cup. Very popular, this competition here in Arville. It is beautiful. Not only the backdrop and the surroundings, but perfect conditions for horses and riders here. The Liederkerk family, very passionate about the sport. Of course, with Lara and her husband, Kai Steffen Meyer, who is also the course designer here. On his home soil. And sadly, the first mistake. Vertical goes in the treble combination for Anne-Sophie Couvout from Belgium. This beautiful grey. Their dressage score 37.6. We saw only 7 competitors below the 30-point mark after dressage.
temps total de 41,6 après le dressage et le jumping.
Our judges in this competition, it is for Great Britain, Nick
Burton
Burton and Katarina Konaska from Poland. And Germany. They are the defending champions in the Nations Cup. They have a total of 15 individual riders coming forward in this four-star competition this year, and one of them, this is Rebecca Johanna Gerken and TSF Solara. The best placed German at the moment, this is Jérôme Robinet with his horse Black Eyes. He lies in 6th position on a score of 29.5. Also a team rider for the Germans. And best German individual rider after dressage. This was no other than Ingrid Klimke and Equestros Siena Just Do It. They will come a bit later in the show jumping phase here. TSF Solara, very experienced now at this level already. They've had great results over the last years. Very keen jumper. Leaves a lot of air over the oxa, then the slight curved line towards the delicate Arville vertical at fence number 7. And this is a tricky line. Another mistake happens here into the treble combination, vertical, oxa, vertical. So she comes home with in total 8 penalties. 2 fences down for Rebecca Johanna Gerken and TSF Solara. She will look forward now tomorrow to the great cross-country. It's beautiful here. Cross-country built in this wonderful park with the magnificent backdrop, the Chateau d'Arville. Certainly reminds you of the Paris Olympics. We are still buzzing when we are thinking back of this wonderful atmosphere at the Olympic Games. So wonderful to see all the support from so many spectators. And super for our equestrian sport.
Le nouveau temps accordé dans cette épreuve 4 étoiles est de 69 secondes. Nieuwe tijd voor deze proef 69 seconden. New time allowed for this show 4-star, 69 seconds. Et donc la France se présente.
And as we just heard, the time has changed, so it's now 69 seconds, the time allowed for this show jumping phase. The first horses we saw actually went very easily inside the time, so the judges had a little rethink on that, or the course designer of the show jumping course, of course. As we now go on with the next French rider, this is Bastien Comessy. He starts on a score of 41.1 from the first phase of dressage, and he brings forward his horse Craig du Noyer. Six strides, beautifully done here. This related distance between fence number 6 and 7. And he found the perfect line also into the demanding diagonal here on the show jumping
Il a
course.
aussi participé aux 3 étoiles mondes de Saulieu, où il termine à la 12e place.
And another 6 strides it is down to the last line, the Liverpool, and then the final fence. Super round for Bastien Commercy. He completes the show jumping with Craig Dunoyer as the fourth of the in total 113 competitors in the CCIO 4-star competition.
German rider. Il est bien connu ici à Arville. Il répond présent depuis déjà quelques années. Il nous présente Alter de la Sens.
And this man, he just comes back as the traveling reserve for the Olympic Games. What an experience it was for him to join Michael Jung, Christoph Wahler and Julia Krajewski, the German team, for the Olympics. It is the upcoming star Kevin Bachmann, and he rides his longtime partner Alter de la Sens, this wonderful mare. He won the bronze medal at the German National Championships in Le Meulen this year with this mare. He's 23 years of age. Also a top-level show jumper he is, Kelvin. Just as one mistake, the mid part of the treble combination goes, I'm afraid. Very careful, this horse, with super technique over the jumps. A stable name, Ali. Ali comes home with Kelvin Bachmann. So 4 faults, and the time 66.48 seconds, so he stays within the time allowed of 69. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it gets very exciting again. We're welcoming in the newly crowned Olympic champion. It is no other than Michael Jung who comes forward now. Michi, who won the individual title 3 times now, the only man in history in eventing who has ever done that. So a new record for Michael Jung, the multi-champion from Germany. Today he's underway with Jim Knopf. Jim Knopf, an upcoming horse for him. His first 4-star here in Arville.
C'est leur première participation en 4 étoiles. Ils ont pris la 9e place dans le 3 étoiles cours de l'Umulène.
42 years of age. Is Michi Jung now the winner of the Rolex Grand Slam of eventing? And Jim Knopf does a super job here through the treble combination. Looks very relaxed indeed. Great jumper. As he also shows here of the Liverpool, very careful.
Et oui, vous avez raison de l'applaudir. Michael Jung, champion olympique en titre, sans faute, 32,9.
And this is the first clear round inside the time from our Olympic champion from Paris, Michi Jung, with Jim Knopf.
Toujours mené par l'Allemagne en tête avec un score de 90,8.
Great performance from them as we go now back to the Netherlands.
We gaan nu naar Nederland.
Netherlands will come forward with 8 individual riders and a team in the Nations Cup as well.
Tarik, hij rijdt Conquest.
And it's now the turn of Tarik van Borrelen. He rides Conquest, the pathfinder for the Dutch here in the CCIO 4-star competition. So we have as well the Belgium Senior Eventing Championships. It is the 6th edition this year. And the best Belgian senior rider in the 4-star section will be then the newly crowned Belgium national champion. But now for the Netherlands, Tarik van Bokkelen, off to a good start.
Place au proviseur, c'est Karine Donckers avec Fletcha van Tweerahof. Ces 3 cavalières qui nous ont représentés aux Jeux Olympiques où nous terminons à la 4e.
Come slightly deep now towards this vertical. This is a double combination. Also on the diagonal at fence 4A and B Oxer, and then one stride out vertical. And then the left-handed turn towards a triple bar. Fence number 5. Slight rattle there. Needs to adjust the stride a little bit in front of this Oxer at 9. Slightly tossing its head. It's not so easy then to maintain a nice rhythm. Slightly interrupted here and there, which led to the mistakes out on course. So 8 jumping penalties it is for Tarik van Bokkelen and Conquest.
Plus long que le temps accordé de 69 secondes. Time allowed 69. De tijd voor deze proef is van 69
So currently leading, this is Michael Jung and Jim Knopf. Is only 10-year-old by Jaguar Male with a score of 32.9. But our leader after dressage, he will come forward later. Felix Fogg and the 5-star winner Colero. He leads the way with 28.8 after dressage, just before Maxime Livio and Girek Lecos, both on a score of 29.2. And Felix is also in 3rd position, or actually in 4th position after dressage, with his 2nd out of the in total 3 horses, Catania, and a score of 29.4. But the next Dutch rider, she can take over the lead at the moment if she stays clear. It is Wilhelmina van der Goes-Petter out on course with Equino. Equino, the Dutch warm blood, 15 years of age, by Carthenio Z. Sadly, the mid part of the treble combination goes for her. So 4 penalties it is so far for the mistake at fence number 6.
Une cavalière bien sûr connue sur le plan international.
A nice rhythm she found with Equino, so she stays on her 4 penalties. Not quite within the time allowed, 69.48 seconds for her. So a few time penalties come on top for her. And actually there was another fence down at 8B, so 8 penalties. It is for the Dutch rider.
Étant donné que ça roule quand même ici à Arville, ce concours 4 étoiles, 113 partants. On en a déjà rencontré 9 ici, un petit peu à l'avance. Étant donné qu'il y a des cavaliers qui montent dans le 4 étoiles en jumping, mais aussi dans le 3 étoiles actuellement dans le show jumping, dans le cross-country, pardon. On doit bien sûr respecter le timing de tout le monde pour que les cavaliers qui ont plusieurs chevaux ce couple qui participe donc à cette manche, qui a participé dans le 4 étoiles, Coupe des Nations.
Leaves a lot of air here over the fences.
Mais aussi
very careful, this wonderful grey.
Une autre manche de la Coupe des Nations où il termine aussi en la 7e place.
Not that easy to ride somehow. Slightly fights the rider's aids here. Yeah, not easy to see the perfect take-off point when the head goes high. So a few green moments here in the show jumping phase for Kachina Blue Z. Sébastien Cavalion did a great job as a jockey.
Pour le cavalier français Sébastien Cavalier. Elle est à la maison.
And he stays also inside the time. 68.41 is where the clock stopped.
C'est sa jument avec qui elle évolue sur le plan international, avec qui elle a terminé à la 5e place.
And we have already the next one about to start.
Aux Pays-Bas.
They come now one after another very fast here in this wonderful arena.
Dans le 3 étoiles, deuxième.
And we see the next individual rider for Belgium. It is Clara Davoine. Clara Davoine with Crazy Saint-Hermel.
Et si je ne me trompe, je pense que c'est leur première participation, deuxième participation, pardon, dans un 4 étoiles.
12 years of age, this mare. Wonderful Celle Français by Nabab de Rêve. Famous father. And great bloodlines for eventing. She lies in 15th position in the National Championships of Belgium. The 6th time in history. The Belgium Senior Eventing Championships are held here in Arville. Slight loss of rhythm led to the mistake. Last element of the treble combination goes. And she comes home with only 4 faults. Clara Davoine and Crazy Saint-Hermel. She's very happy with her round. Fairly inexperienced at this 4-star level, so great performance from our Belgium rider.
Welcome now, Germany. Carla Hunter, she's riding Castagnola. Castagnola, une jument de 14 ans, propriété de la cavalière.
And already underway is the next individual rider for Germany. Delighted to welcome in Carla Hansa and Castagnola. Carla Hansa already took part at the European Championships of Young Riders in Monte Libretti last year.
à la Coupe des Nations. En Suisse,
Won the bronze medal with the team. Ooh, comes very deep towards this Arville vertical.
En Allemagne.
Sadly, one fence down there. She's had a great 13th place individually at the European Champs. And a mixed season so far. 20 penalties. It was the four-star competition of Hamm in the end of July. But a great 17th place in the Nations Cup competition of Arville. Arville this year, the third leg of our FEI Eventing Nations Cup 2024. We started in Montelibretti in March and then went on to Mill Street, where the team of Ireland took the home victory. And Switzerland won the fourth leg in Arville in front of the home crowd there. And then the last leg we saw at Stregom in Poland, where the French team won again after their great start into the Nations Cup series with a win in Montelibretti.
Ils ont aussi participé aux 4 étoiles de Linière en France. Casanova du Fréty. C'est un nombre de 12 ans par Oscar de Fontaine.
In 38th place after dressage, we see now Sébastien Hatt for France, and he rides Casanova du Fréty, our 13th combination here out on course. Starts on a score of 34.4 penalties. It was a long 2 days of dressage for our judges, Nick Burton for Great Britain and Katarina Konarska for Poland.
Une arrivée, 4 points de pénalité.
Casanova du Fréty comes home with just one fence down for jumping penalties it is. Great round completed from the French. And we stay with France as we now go to the next individual rider for them. 20 competitors in total in this Nations Cup we see for the French nation. 16 individual riders, strong field. And with a score of 43.2 penalties starts now Julie Bilquez and Brindor de Sauce. Number 14 to go in this competition.
De très bons résultats, on lui souhaite bien sûr de la réussite ici à Arville.
The pair that had a great 15th place in the 4-star long of Saumur. The end of April actually. Started the season with the 4-star short of Pompadour in France. This tall chestnut, a great jumper. Really seems to love his job. And she comes home, Julie Bilquez and Brindor de Sauce. super round for them. And I'm sure we will have a lot of fun to see them galloping across the country tomorrow with this big striding horse. The course tomorrow built by Rüdiger Schwarz, the very experienced and for me one of the greatest cross-country course designers we've ever had. So it will be a great course tomorrow here in the Arville Park.
Avec un autre cheval qui nous présente ici à Arville. Avec Cholero, exactement. Il est aussi à la 4e place du provisoire.
And we now go to Switzerland. The man who is leading after dressage with his 5-star winner Colero. He brings forward 3 horses in this 4-star competition. It is the turn of Felix Etzel now, as we see him with his first ride. This is Frida.
Avec cette jument de 11 ans par Casalito.
Frida starts on a score of 34.1 after dressage. 11-year-old mare she is, Holstein bred. She's by Casalito.
Une magnifique combinaison qui se présente devant vous.
Damsire here is Heraldic. Very talented, this horse. And Felix, of course, with his great 8th place. Another top 10 finish at the Olympic Games in Paris. And he showed a super round, very rhythmical, and he comes home clear. Just waiting for his time.
68 seconds. A little bit too slow for the Swiss Felix.
So a few time faults we have to write down for him, but otherwise a great round for Felix Etzel. Felix, by the way, lies in 4th position with the 2nd horse, Catania. So he's got great chances this year to take the victory here in the CCIO4 star. Last year's winner was Julia Krajewski and her Olympic horse Nickel. Fuad Mirza finished in 2nd, and in 3rd place we had Lea Siegel completing the podium with her horse DSP Fighting Line. Now we go on to our next competitor in this field. This is Belgium's Valentine Steeman out on course, and she rides River Emery, number 16 to jump in this big field in the 4-star Nations Cup competition. We first see our 75 individual riders before we then go on with our team riders. 10 teams are taking part in the Nations Cup. Team of Germany, the defending champions. They are also the leaders after the first phase of dressage on a score of 90.8 penalties, followed by France, lying in 2nd, and the United States of America, currently in bronze medal position. Team of Belgium, they are in 5th place, having won the title in 2021 and 2022. Valentine Steeman, she crosses the line with River Emery. 2 fences fell, so 8 penalties for her.
Et on lui souhaite bien sûr bonne chance dans le cross demain, dans ce 4 étoiles. We continue now with Germany. Joel Selina Selenkovic, she's riding Akebais Zoom Clock. C'est sonné pour la cavalière allemande. L'Allemagne, je le rappelle, qui est en tête de la Coupe des Nations. Mais tout peut bien sûr se jouer à partir dans cette épreuve, à partir
Already 17 years of age is this wonderful mare that comes forward now. This is Akebis zum Glück out on course with Joel Selina Selenkovic for Germany. They bring forward the score of 35.7 penalties. 52nd place after dressage. Slightly touched this pole at the vertical, so one fence down for her just before the double combination. Comes very fluently now over the Arville vertical, and then the left-handed turn. You want to have your horse straight and focused here on this diagonal line. Maintains a beautiful rhythm through the treble combination. And she goes for 7 strides before the Liverpool Oxer, the penultimate fence. And they come home with their only 4 penalties for the mistake at fence number 3. The result for Joel Selina Selenkovic for Germany.
Je pense que pour les amateurs, pour les connaisseurs de cross, inutile de le présenter, c'est le cavalier qui nous vient de Nouvelle-Zélande. C'est la 6e place au rang mondial, la 6e place aux Jeux Olympiques de Paris cette année. Il s'agit de Tim Price.
For New Zealand, we see now our next rider. He is 45 years of age, a big name in eventing, a former world #1. It is Tim Price out on course. Tim Price, who just comes back from the Paris Olympics with a great 6th place with his top horse Falco. Today he rides Chio. Chio is a 10-year-old stallion, Holstein bred by Castellan.
En Irlande, à Mill Street.
Heraldic here on the dam side as well.
C'est pas encore une combinaison très connue sur le plan international, mais bien sûr, on leur souhaite tout le
His score 33.4 penalties. 29th place after the first phase. Slight rattle here at the Oxer, but he was lucky enough. Everything stays in the cups, so Tim Price comes home clear. Just waiting for his time.
For the 6th rider in our ranking, Tim Price. C'est donc la 27e place au classement provisoire dans cette épreuve 4 étoiles.
So the current ranking at the moment here in the show jumping, we saw already our newly crowned Olympic champion Michael Jung. He leads the way with Jim Knopf P, an upcoming horse for him at 4-star level. He leads the way on a score of 32.9 penalties. And Tim Price now goes in 2nd with Chio. And we are back now with France. Another individual rider for them. Good luck to Quentin Faucheur. R&H Mac-Ustinov is his ride today. Unlucky. We must take the double combination. He's trying now to adjust the stride a little bit to get his horse back under control. And this is quite a sharp turn towards the diagonal. Another one goes. So 3 fences down so far for the French combination. the 16th place. It was after dressage as they cross the finish line.
67 secondes 12 points de pénalité, un total de 43,3 points de pénalité après le dressage et le jumping. On accueille le cavalier luxembourgeois Christian Chabot. Il monte Flora Bilux.
So we have a big field here this afternoon in the CCIO 4-star competition at the Concours Complet International d'Arville, this wonderful competition in Belgium, hosting the 5th leg of the Nations Cup. Delighted to welcome you all again for the live coverage here on FEI TV. We just see the 75 individual riders in the show jumping phase before we later then start with the team riders. 10 teams are taking part in this Nations Cup. We have a total number of 16 nations here in this competition. Wonderful to see so many countries. And one rider for Luxembourg is now out on course. Just a couple more fences to go for Christian Chabot and Flora Bilux, who comes home now and he celebrates a lovely clear round. He completes here with this wonderful grey. Super round for him, Christian Chabot. We saw here with Flora Bilux, the 20th to go in this competition. And he stays on his dressage score of 36.4 penalties.
Hij rijdt Arville ten Hunsel. Arville, un nom bien belge pour notre cavalier. Ensemble, ils ont récemment participé aux 3 étoiles de cours de Jardy en juillet dernier, où ils ont pris la 8e place dans ce 3 étoiles cours.
Already started and clear up to the triple bar fence number 5, but now the one rail goes at the Oxer at 6, as well as the following vertical, the Arville vertical at 7. This is our next rider for Belgium, the home nation. This is Chris Verwake out on course with Arville ten Hunsel. Chris Verwake, he started on a score of 36.4, same score as the previous rider, Christian Chabot for Luxembourg. Comes very deep towards the last fence, and this one goes as well, I'm afraid. Not quite his day today in the show jumping.
16,4 strafpunten in totaal. We welcome now the United States, the American rider Catherine Coleman. She's riding ESI Baltic Breeze. Les États-Unis qui eux aussi participent à la Coupe des Nations dans cette épreuve 4 étoiles sponsorisée par la DEPCC à Arville.
We are also delighted to welcome a total of 7 riders from the United States of America, 4 for the team and 3 individual riders here in the CCIO 4-star competition. And we start for the United States with Catherine Coleman, who is now out on course, had already sadly 1 fence down. And Catherine Coleman, she rides ESI Baltic Breeze, number 22 to go.
N'hésitez pas non plus à aller faire un tour dans le parc où se déroule actuellement le cross country. Ce matin, on a pu assister au cross-country.
We only saw 3 clear rounds in total at the moment.
Toujours en tête dans ce 3 étoiles.
Quite an influential show jumping phase so far. So the leaderboard will shake up quite a lot this afternoon. But now Catherine Coleman found a really good rhythm towards the end. Slight rattle at the oxer and then actually a short loss of rhythm before the last fence, and this one goes. So ESI Baltic Breeze comes home.
From the United States,
12 penalties for jumping it is for her. Her time 67.99 seconds.
Alors ils se font entendre les chiens, les amis à 4 pattes. Bien sûr, ils sont la bienvenue ici dans le domaine d'Arville, mais s'il vous plaît, faites bien attention qu'ils soient bien attachés en laisse et qu'ils ne risquent pas de se rendre dans la piste ici au jumping ou de suivre un cheval sur le cross-country.
And we now go back to the Netherlands. And not quite the start she hoped for. This is Nina Hood out on course. 46.2 her score from the dressage, and she rides Carthagneno. Early mistake at fence number 2. She already rode at the Nations Cup in Strygom last year in Poland. Was 20th individually at the European Cup in the Segersjö in Sweden last year. And her last outing was at Hamm in Germany. 31st place there with this wonderful horse. And she completes the show jumping phase today. Here at Arville, 8 penalties in total, the time 65.25. Time allowed is 69 seconds. Here out on course we have 12 obstacles with 15 jumping efforts in total. 2 combinations out on course, the combination, double combination at fence number 4A and B, and then the triple combination across the diagonal 8C, 8A, B and C. The course designed by Bernard Marty, who did a great job here. Quite demanding. We saw a beautiful round from our current leader here in the show jumping. The Olympic champion Michael Jung and Jim Knopf. They lead the way with a score of 32.9. New Zealand's Tim Price is lying in second position with Chio on a score of 33.4. And in third position, this is Felix Fock with one of his 3 horses. We saw him already with Frida and his score 34.5 after dressage and show jumping. What a huge jump it was here over fence number 9 from the next one. Out on course, the first one for Italy, Pietro Maggiolino and Mrs. Jones. They come home, just the one mistake.
8 penalty points for the Italian rider. Pietro Maggiolino.
First one into the double combination. Sadly kissed the sand, so 4 penalties it is for him. He adds to his dressage score of 39.2.
On accueille maintenant l'Autriche, Catherine Kodam-Asrati. Elle monte Florentine.
And we are now back with the United States of America. Delighted to welcome in Tiana Kudrey and her ride Cœur d'Esprit. Clear over the first couple of fences. She started eventing in 2004. Is based at Dayshouse Farm near Swindon in Wiltshire.
Alors cette épreuve 4 étoiles qui est jugée actuellement à ma gauche par le juge Nick Burton pour la Grande
Up to when
Bretagne.
she was 15 years old, she was actually an Irish dancer, competed at 5 World Championships and was 8th at the Irish Dancing World Championships on one occasion. So very talented rider she is, and
au championnat de Belgique des jeunes chevaux en jumping AGF. Une arrivée
comes
sans
home
pénalité.
with a super round here with Cœur de l'Esprit.
Zéro
Tiana
point de
Coudray,
pénalité.
who also competed at the
66
2012
secondes
Olympic
25.
Games of
A
London.
total score of 30 after dressage and jumping. It's the 8th place in the provisional ranking list. C'est la 8e place du classement provisoire jusqu'à maintenant. Eh bien, en fait, je m'étais trompée. Je vous avais présenté la cavalière autrichienne, mais elle est actuellement en piste. Catherine Kodam-Asrati, et juste avant, nous avions les États-Unis, Tiana Coudray.
We have 2 competitors for Austria
Et donc ici, c'est bien
in
la combinaison
this year's
Florentina et
CCIO4 star competition of
Asrati pour
Arville at the
l'Autriche.
Concours Complet International. It is now the turn of the 37-year-old Catherine Kodam-Asrati. Already took part at several European championships. Last we saw her with Oklahoma in Arras de Pin. Sadly, she got eliminated there. And Catherine Kodam-Asrati rides Florentine today. Bred in Brandenburg-Anhalt in Germany, this 12-year-old mare
A little bit too slow,
who comes home now with 8 penalties.
Catherine
2 mistakes, fence number 2 and 3.
and Florentine.
Very talented, this wonderful mare, owned by Catherine herself and co-owned by Brandon Schäfer-Gerau from Germany.
She's riding a very thin 30.
And we now go to the next German, another individual rider. This is Jana Lehmkuhl,
Réalisent leur service militaire dans leur nation et montent en uniforme
talented young rider she
sur
is.
une piste internationale.
And she comes forward with her long-term partner, Huckleberry Finn, unlucky at the first fence. Slightly casual
Bien connu, Cyril Gavrilovic.
from
et
Huckleberry
Marat
Finn.
de Liedekerk-Meyer.
An early mistake here out on course. Big jump over the triple bar, I should say. Doesn't seem to be so easy to keep this horse in balance. Slight wobble here before the treble combination as well, which led to another mistake. But 2 more jumps to go for her. Huckleberry Finn clears the last, and he crosses the line
So 12 jumping penalties it is for the German
Jana Lehmkuhl and Huckleberry Finn.
For the German rider Jana Lehmkuhl.
She already had a fairly disappointing dressage day. The score of 40.3 penalties in 90th place after dressage. As we have 8 more riders before the first 15-minute break. And the bell goes already for the next French rider. It is Victor Levesque, 83rd place after the first phase on a score of 39.5. And he rides Fair Lady de Brugge FDJ. Ooh, quite lucky here. Into the treble combination, but clears it. Lovely to see the horse. Keeps quite a long neck towards the jumps, but very rhythmical the round. Victor Levesque comes home. Super round completed for the French. Number 28 to go here in the CCIO4 star competition. The team of France, they took the victory in Stregom, the last leg of the FEI Eventing Nations Cup. Sweden finished in second there, and in third place we had Poland completing the podium. And Arville here, the 5th of the, in total, 7 legs in the 2024 season of this wonderful competition. The big final will be once more at the Autumn Classic in Boekelo in the Netherlands in October this year. As we now have the next Belgium rider. This is Cyril Gavrilovic with Gatine de Lobré. Disappointing dressage for him, 44.1.
Ce couple a récemment participé aux 3 étoiles de Jardy en France et se présente devant nous pour la première fois dans le 4 étoiles.
Who comes very deep towards this vertical. Quite surprising, the slight loss of rhythm towards the end of the course. Just this little mistake, otherwise a beautiful round, a great jumper. Gatine de Lobré.
Alors inutile de la présenter, 4e au rang mondial actuellement, 13e aux Jeux Olympiques de Paris à Versailles. C'est la cavalière maison, il s'agit de Lara de Liedekerk-Meyer. Elle nous présente Hermione d'Arville, un produit de
And now we are delighted to welcome in the great host here of this wonderful Arville competition. This is Belgium rider Lara de Liedekerk-Meyer, 36 years of age. A 2-time Olympian she is, and the Olympic Games, they were so successful for her as well with her young horse Origi. She finished in 13th place individually and fourth with the Belgium team, the Belgians who just missed the podium, finished in fourth place behind the Olympic champions Great Britain, the team of France who won the silver medal, and amazing result for the Japanese team, the bronze medal for Japan at the Paris Olympics. Lara de Liederkerk-Meyer very busy today with 4 rides here in the CCIO4 star competition, and her horse Hermione Daville lies in 10th place after dressage on a score of 30.1. Lara will come forward later as a team rider for the Belgians as well. But now, this great round completed from Hermione Daville. What a season she's had so far, with a 5-star victory in Lomülen as well. She's got a string of great horses in her stable. And we have the pleasure to see her later with her other 3 horses in this wonderful Nations Cup competition. So, clear round for Lara, just 0.4 for exceeding the time allowed of 69 seconds. As we now go on to Jan Matthijssen for the Netherlands and Geronimo, the next one to jump. 98th place after dressage, 41.5 his result. He tries now to climb up the leaderboard with a great round show jumping, and then hopefully tomorrow across the country. So fingers crossed for Jan Matthijssen and Geronimo, number 31, to jump.
Un nombre de 13 ans, il en est lui-même le propriétaire.
Geronimo is 13 years of age, this wonderful gelding. He's a Dutch bred. Just had the early mistake. The element of the double combination. Good results so far at 4-star level this year, 6th place at Kronenberg back in May this year, and another mistake, sadly, at the Liverpool Oxa for Jan Matthijssen. And this wonderful chestnut, they cross the line. 8 jumping penalties it is for him.
Un résultat, de 9,6 points de pénalité pour dépassement de temps, 1,6 exactement. Un score de 51,1 pour le cavalier néerlandophone Jan Matthijssen. We continue with Germany. Sven Lux. He's riding Kalista.
The next one of the in total 15 individual riders for Germany comes forward now. The man who rides for Michael Jung, the Jung family stable in Horb am Neckar. This is Sven Lux out on course. A young horse, this is only 8 years old. This wonderful mare, Kalista, his ride today. The winner of the 3-star competition of Schweiganger in Germany. The end of last month. And for this horse, this young horse, the first 4-star start here in Arville. The dressage for him, 38.8. But it's all about gaining experience here at this level. Produced in Belgium by Christian Boos. Then went to Renske Kreutze. Renske also will come forward in this competition as well. And Sven took over the reins in 2023. So a young partnership for Sven Lux and Callista. Good result for this young horse. I think he will be very happy with this. Callista and Sven Lux for Germany. 3 more to come, ladies and gentlemen, before the first 15-minute break here. We have a long afternoon of show jumping ahead. 113 competitors will come forward in the CCIO4 star competition at the wonderful Concours Complet International d'Arville, the FEI Eventing Nations Cup, the 5th leg of the 2024 season. And we are well underway with our individual riders, as we now have our fingers crossed for Alex Bragg for Great Britain. He sits on a score of 44.5 penalties, comes forward with Shenandoah Aldo, number 33 to jump. Alex Bragg, based in Chiltern, Trinity he is, in Somerset. He is a qualified farrier, but a full-time rider at the moment, so not practicing. He grew up with horses, already successful with ponies, and completes a very fast, clear round. Super easy. That looked for Alex Bragg and Shenandoah Aldo. Great Britain has 5 individual riders here in this competition, and also a team of 4 coming forward later in the Nations Cup. We now go back to the home nation of Belgium. It is the turn of Wouter de Kleine. Wouter, a very experienced event rider he is. Represented his country on several occasions. Starts on a score of 36.1 penalties, and Quintera is his ride today. Ooh, slight misunderstanding. Tries to get everything back in order now. Great to see how the horse trusts him and jumps very boldly into the treble combination. And fluent 4 strides it is towards the final jump, the vertical, at fence number 12 out on course before he crosses the line. 8 penalties it is in total for Wouter de Kleine and Quintera. Another competitor we have for the Netherlands. It is number 35 to jump, Stefan Gasseleger for Netherlands. Starts on a score of 47.9. Gold Rush is his ride today. 13 years of age by quality time is this gelding. Bred in the Netherlands as well. Owned by Stefan himself. The sire, quality time TN. And dam sire here is Creator. So we only saw 4 clear rounds of the, in total, 34 horses completing the show jumping course so far. And we, of course, hope that Stefan Raseleger can make it 5. Clear now up to fence number 9 here out on course. Slight adjustment necessary here before the vertical, and then on to the last line. He pushes towards the final jump. And great round it was for Gold Rush. The Dutch pair, Stefan Raseleger. He stays with his dressage score of 47.9 penalties. And we, ladies and gentlemen, go now into the first break. 15 minutes break we have.
Je pense qu'il ne faut pas la citer pour le public belge. Elle nous a représenté lors des Jeux Olympiques de Paris. Il s'agit de Karine Donckers.
Actually, I have to apologize. My start list said there is a break now, but I think it is Karen Donckers coming forward now with her horse Ceres de la Brasserie. Karen Donckers, our living legend of eventing. She's had some great Olympic Games in Paris. Super dressage test there.
Karine Donckers qui nous a présenté l'FEI.
So Karen Donckers, the next one to jump.
Elle termine à la 16e position au jeu en individuel et à la 4e place avec l'équipe belge composée de Tine Magnus. Tine présente parmi nous aussi ici dans cette épreuve 4 étoiles, présente parmi vous.
So she slightly jumps out of order.
Elle est en train de
She's also very busy here with a few rides in this class. 53 years of age she is now, from Minderhout. And as I said, some great Olympic Games just in Paris. She's had 16th place individually, 4th with the Belgium team. She rode there her great horse Leipheimer Fanet Verhoef. And she comes home with a super clear round. Karen Donckers. And for her, it was the 8th place after dressage in the Belgium National Championships as well. So we saw her jumping out of order, and now we go into our 15-minute break before we then continue with our next block of individual riders here in the CCIO4 star competition, the FEI Eventing Nations Cup of Arville 2024. And I tell you the current standings at the moment. Apologies, there was a slight delay from my side. So, the current standings, Tiana Coudray leads the way with Cœur de l'Esprit Z with a clear round, her score 30.0, followed by our great host here, Lara de Liederkerk-Meyer and Hermione Daville. She's in second position at the moment on a score of 30.5. And in third place, that's our Olympic champion Michael Jung and his young horse Jim Knopf. Only 10 years of age he is. First appearance at 4-star level for him, in third place on a score of 32.9. And then Tim Price in fourth place with 33.4 penalties with Chio. And the fifth place at the moment goes to Felix Fock for Switzerland. And the first of his, in total, 3 rides this afternoon, Frieda, he sits on a score of 34.5. So we see you back after a short break here in Belgium, in Arville. My name is Helene Holloway, and I'm delighted to bring you all the action live here on FEI TV for this wonderful fifth leg of the FEI Eventing Nations Cup 2024. See you very soon, and thanks for watching.
Du 4 étoiles individuel de la Coupe des Nations et de ce championnat de Belgique. Alors, toujours auprès de nous, nous avons toujours une carte carburant, une carte pour recharger la voiture au nom de BEL Consult. We hebben nog steeds een tankkaart, naam van BEL Consult, donc n'hésitez pas à venir la chercher au secrétariat avant que je ne fasse le plein de ma propre voiture. A tout de suite. Bienvenue à ceux qui nous rejoignent ici au concours complet international d'Arville. Je vais vous faire un petit point sur le classement pour le moment dans cette épreuve 4 étoiles sponsorisée par l'ADEPS. On commence par le classement provisoire dans cette épreuve 4 étoiles individuelle. C'est encore difficile à dire étant donné qu'on a 35 chevaux qui sont partis jusqu'à maintenant sur 113. Était en tête du classement provisoire, peut toujours le rester, mais n'est pas encore venu se présenter avec son cheval. C'est Felix Vogue avec Cholero, qui était en tête du classement provisoire après le dressage, avec un score de 28,8. Ça veut dire que s'il fait un sans faute, il peut toujours rester en tête de ce 4 étoiles. Quelques petites explications pour ceux qui sont moins dans le monde du cheval, encore moins dans le cross-country. C'est donc une discipline qui se partage en 3 disciplines: le cross-country, le jumping ici dans cette piste et le dressage. Le dressage a eu lieu jeudi et hier. À la suite de ce dressage, tous les cavaliers ont obtenu un certain nombre de points de pénalité. Au moins 2 points de pénalité, ils ont au mieux 7. À la suite de ce dressage, il se présente dans la discipline du jumping, où le but est donc de réaliser un parcours 0 point de pénalité. Et dans le cross-country, même chose, même principe. Le but du jeu, c'est d'avoir le moins de points possible. À la suite du dressage, le premier dans cette épreuve 4 étoiles n'est autre que Felix Vogue, avec 0 point de pénalité. 28 points de pénalité.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to the live coverage here on FEI TV of the Concours Complet International d'Arville. It is the 5th leg of the FEI Eventing Nations Cup Series 2024. And we see the show jumping phase this afternoon. 113 competitors, a really big start field we have in this year's 4-star competition. 16 nations are taking part, and we have 10 teams to come forward in the Nations Cup. But we first continue with our next start block of individual riders. 75 is the number of individual riders here in the CCIO 4-star competition. The current standings: the leader after dressage was Felix Fock and Colero. They were the dressage leaders with a score of 28.8 penalties. Maxime Livio and Girec Lecos both in second place with Api Dulibert and Esprit de la Loche and a score of 29.2. And Felix Fock is in fourth place with his second horse Catania and a score of 29.4. And the current leader here in the jumping phase, this is the lady from the United States of America, Tiana Kudray, leads away with Cour d'Esprit Z with a score of 30. She jumped one of only 5 clear rounds inside the time so far. And we are now live with our next one for Great Britain. This is Imogen Gloak out on course. Her dressage 47 points. Very disappointing start into this competition for her. Sadly, she rides Trinity, thanks awfully. Comes already down over the last fence and jumps a beautiful clear round with this horse. Imogen already represented her country at the Junior European Championships back in 2013. And this year,
with Trinity
individual
Friends
rider for
Oakley.
Great Britain here in the 4-star competition.
Le temps accordé dans cette
The time
épreuve
allowed on the
est toujours de
course
69
is 69 seconds. We have
Time
12
allowed
obstacles with
69
15
seconds.
jumping efforts in total.
de tête pour ce
2
premier
combinations
freestyle.
are out on course, a double
1000
combination at fence number
secondes.
4A and B, and then the triple combination vertical oxa vertical at fence 8A,
Pour le
B
moment, on
and
accueille
C.
donc les cavaliers
And the
4
course
étoiles
is
pour
designed
les
by
classements
Bernard Marty,
individuels. Les
a
cavaliers
wonderful
belges
course designer
pour le
of
classement
this
du
year's
championnat de
Concours
Belgique.
Complet International
Et aussi
d'Arville
la Coupe
here
des
in
Nations,
Belgium.
La Coupe des Nations qui prendra place au numéro 76, étant donné que 4 cavaliers maximum représentent une nation, 3 minimum, on reprend le résultat des 3.
So we first have all the individual riders to jump before we later continue with our Nations Cup. And the Nations Cup standings, Germany, the defending champion, they lead the way with a score of 90.8, just in front of France, lie in second position with 91.3 and on a score of 100.2. And currently in bronze medal position is the United States of America. Bruce Haskell, the next one to jump. Bruce Haskell comes forward for New Zealand. Very experienced rider in the saddle.
Les États-Unis se classent troisième au provisoire,
Just
vraiment
this
suivi de très près par la Grande-Bretagne.
Mistake yet
Et
now
la Belgique
before
prend la 5e place au provisoire.
he enters the
6e ex aequo, l'Irlande,
double
la Suède,
combination.
8e, les Pays-Bas, 9e, l'Italie.
beautiful
10e, l'Autriche.
horse he rides this
Tout peut
afternoon.
bien sûr encore se jouer à partir du 76e cavalier dans cette épreuve.
He's
Quatre
underway with
étoiles.
ex-Cavalier's Law. "12 years of age, this gelding, only his 14th international competition. His first 4-star start here in Arville in his entire career, having competed already a couple of years ago in Arras-du-Pin in the Nations Cup there. Had a little break in 2023 and then came back this year with a run at Alnwick in Great Britain, just in preparation of this great event here in Arville.
On accueille quand même de nombreuses nationalités de plus en plus chaque année.
So just the one fence down for
Cette
Bruce
année,
Haskell.
la Corée du Sud
With ex-Cavalier's Law, 4 penalties it is, his time 67.26, so he stays within the time allowed of 69 seconds.
allemand, anglais,
Great
français.
round completed
En parlant
for
de
the
cavaliers
New Zealand rider.
allemands, en voici une de German rider, Katharina Meyer. She's riding Aspen T.
Germany comes forward with a total of 15 individual riders, plus a team of 4 in the Nations Cup later. So 19 German riders entered in total the CCIO4 4-star competition. And now it is the turn of Katharina Meyer
Et Aspen T.
and Aspen T, her horse, 14 years of age, this Hanoverian gelding. A very experienced combination. They already had 44 international starts together. They competed also at the Nations Cup final of Buccolo in 2022. And this year they had a great 16th place in the 4-star of Stregom in Poland. And in preparation of this event, they competed in a 2-star competition in Germany, finished there in 6th position after they had to retire out on cross-country in Sopot in the 4-star long.
médaille d'argent en équipe à leur nation.
So they had to build up the confidence
C'était
again,
un
and
endroit présent en bord de
we
piste
wish them the best of luck here
pour s'entraîner au
in
mieux du
tomorrow's
parcours.
cross country.
Julia Krawski aussi pour l'Allemagne.
Full of jumping today. Aspen T, very well done. Super run completed from Katharina Meyer.
Cavalière allemande Katharina Meyer.
Time also no problem for her.
65 secondes 77, a time of 65.77. Time allowed 69.
Katharina Meyer, she started on a dressage score of 42.5, and she will carry on this score into tomorrow's cross-country phase. The cross-country is built by course designer from Germany. It is no other than Rüdiger Schwarz, also the cross-country designer from the CCIO in Aachen a lot of years, and he also built the World Equestrian Games in Aachen, as well as lots of big competitions across Europe. And his assistant course designer for the 4-star competition is Kai Steffen Meyer, the husband of Lara de Lieder-Kerk-Meyer, the great hosts here, the Lieder-Kerk family, a great and passionate eventing family, our hosts of this wonderful Concours Complet International d'Arville. Perfectly organized and a lovely venue with a great backdrop here in this area. It is the magnificent Château d'Arville and a lovely park for cross-country tomorrow. Jirek Lecos is the next individual rider for France, and he's underway with Caramel d'Orchid.
Provisoire avec Esprit de la Loge, mais ça c'est plus tard qu'il nous présentera ce cheval. C'est sonné donc pour Caramel d'Orchid, un nombre de 12 ans. Il en est le propriétaire.
A tall chestnut here out on course, long legs, big stride, and a great jumper indeed. 12 years of age, the Selle Français. He had his 5-star debut in Le Mühlen last year, finished in 28th position. Went to Lignières for the 4-star short. After that, also in 2023, and this is his first international competition this year. Jirek Lecos comes home with this wonderful gelding, and he jumps a clear round. Super effort for the French combination. We have in total 20 riders here in the CCIO4 star, a team of 4 in the Nations Cup, and then 16 individual riders. French riders who are, of course, still buzzing after the Olympic Games at home in front of the Chateau Versailles. What a competition it has been, with Great Britain the newly crowned team Olympic champions, and the silver medal went to the home nation of France, and Japan completed the great podium of the Paris Olympics 2024. And we are also very happy indeed to see the individual Olympic champion Michael Jung here in Arville with a few horses, a couple of horses he rides here in the four-star competition. He will come later for the Nations Cup team for Germany with his horse Glicandra Ocean Power. The Germans who are defending their title here in the Nations Cup of Arville. But the Belgians, they are also hot favorites again, even though they didn't have a great or the best start into the competition. But they won the title here at home in 2021 and 2022.
On a de plus en plus de participants chaque année et donc on a décidé de scinder en deux à partir des cavaliers nés en 1993 et plus vieux et les cavaliers nés en 1994 et plus jeunes. Et donc ici je vous parlais du classement provisoire pour les cavaliers, on va dire plus vieux ou moins jeunes si vous voulez voir dans ce sens-là. On revient ici dans notre piste.
The bell goes now for another individual competitor for Germany. It is now the turn of Pauline Knorr and her 10-year-old mare Arville MAF, the Hanoverian bred. Has had a great season so far. They won the three-star short in Belgium at the end of May. Went then on to the Nations Cup competition of Stregom, finished in 11th place individually. And then it was the run-up to this event, great 9th place in the four-star short of Hamm in Germany. A very reliable cross-country horse this is. Pauline, a very experienced event rider. She works full-time for the North Rhine-Westphalian State Stud in Warendorf. Trains a few event horses next to it. Rode already at 3 youth European Championships. And she shows us a quick round here in the show jumping phase with just the one fence down. But super round completed from Pauline Knorr. We wish her the best of luck in tomorrow's show. Cross country, I should say. Cross country coming up tomorrow here on the final day of the FEI Eventing Nations Cup. We, of course, bring you all the action live here on FEI TV. But today, we are enjoying a great afternoon of show jumping. The second phase after we've seen already the dressage on Thursday and Friday. Felix Etzel, the dressage leader, with Colero, his 5-star winner of Lumülen. So he's the leader of the competition with 28.8 penalties.
And we stay in Germany, Arne Bergendahl in the arena. Welcome. Arne Bergendahl, he is riding Lucien NRW.
Next one to jump is also the next one for Germany. This is Arne Bergendahl out on course. And he rides his wonderful grey Lucien NRW. At his 5-star debut in Lumülen last year. Finished in 14th position there. Impressive round across the country. They showed Bergendahl family, well-known breeders in Germany, especially for event horses. And Lucien W
Je fais mes petites recherches en fait pour vous donner du commentaire pendant cette épreuve et j'ai manqué de
is one of
placer
them
quand même à
and
côté
shows here
de la victoire de ce couple
the scope
dans le 4
over the
étoiles
jumps
court
by
de
Lacalido.
Maasbergen. On accueille quand même vraiment du beau monde ici à Arville.
Dam side here is the thoroughbred Templar GL.
Time is good, clear round, and here it is for
And he
the
comes
German
home,
rider
jumps
Arville.
a super clear round as well. Shows a very forward rhythm here over the jumps, but Luthien NRW
Congratulations, good luck tomorrow
was
in the
clear.
cross country, Arno.
And tomorrow will be her strong face, that's for sure. The dressage of those two, slightly disappointing with 37.7 penalties.
Alors je profite
But the show
un petit
jumping
peu
course
de
today
cet
is very
instant
demanding. There are
sans
quite a few
faire
mistakes
la
out on
piste
course,
pour,
so
remercier
the
le
clear
personnel
round
de
will help
piste.
them for sure to climb up the
Personnel aussi
leaderboard,
occupé dans les alentours de la piste, toujours présent.
and hopefully will give them a better position for the final day tomorrow here in Arville.
Ne soyez pas gênés, les filles, ne soyez pas gênés. On remercie aussi les organisateurs de ce concours, la famille de Liedekerk-Meyer, qui nous offre déjà un concours depuis de nombreuses années ici dans le magnifique domaine du château d'Arville. Un domaine qui normalement est fermé au public pendant l'année. Et je reconnais quand même quelques têtes de la région, étant donné que je suis aussi de la région. Donc c'est un plaisir d'accueillir tout ce public qui vient se promener.
So we saw already 41 of the in total 113 competitors in this class, a long afternoon of show jumping. We are enjoying our judges in this competition in the CCIO4 Star Nations Cup. Is Nick Burton from Great Britain and Katarina Konarska from Poland. Event director of this beautiful event is Barbara de Liedekerk. The de Liedekerk family, very experienced event organizers. And of course, they support also their daughter, Lara de Liedekerk, as an active rider. She's got 4 horses here in the 4-star competition as well. It's a busy weekend for Lara de Liedekerk-Meyer, but now we are live with our next French competitor. This is Cédric Luat. Starts on a score of 34.9 penalties with his ride Song du Magaï. 18 years of age, one of the oldest horses here in the field.
Un petit mot sur ce couple qui se présente devant nous, Song du Magaï.
Just a slight mistake here at the Oxa. After he had already the second one down.
Il participe aussi à la Coupe des Nations à Buccolo. 6e place dans le 3 étoiles long de Saulieu.
Song du Magaï, formerly ridden by Rodolphe Scherer, the cross-country trainer of the German team. And now with Cédric Luat since last year. They already finished in the 6th position in the 4-star long of Kronenberg, and this year, today sadly not quite a stay in the second phase of competition in the show jumping.
Au château d'Arville, 2 cavaliers médaillés d'argent aux Jeux Olympiques derniers.
But super to see Song du Magaï in great form and very healthy. Looks beautiful for his age. The time no problem, 66.59 seconds.
Leur cavalier et le compatriote qui fait son entrée en piste, le cavalier français Christopher Six, lui aussi bien présent chaque année ici à Arville.
We now stay with France, and we are delighted to welcome in This is Christopher Six, and he rides Global Kilbarny Starling. Great young horse for him, only 9 years of age. This wonderful Irish bred. First 4-star start here this weekend for this young horse, having completed the 3-star competition of Avanche this year with a great 4th place.